And ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Just McCormick back again, and the Detroit Lions are starting off on a good foot. We got ourselves a 3-0 record, but I'm tweaking the difficulty, so this week might be tough as we take on the Atlanta Falcons and Michael Vick. Also, in the bad news department, we have another injury. Brian Walker is going to be out with a concussion for 8 weeks, so we're not going to see him until the end of the season. Corey Celestinger is still out with a broken forearm, so hopefully we'll be able to see him return as he's scheduled to be back in 6 weeks. So something that we're going to be looking at as well. Let's check out the injuries on the Falcons and see how well they're doing. They have a couple of injuries themselves. Their strong safety, Byron Scott, is going to be out with a torn hamstring for 7 weeks, while Keith Brooking is going to have a torn calf muscle. The inside linebacker won't be a problem for us this week, but he might be a problem for somebody else next week. So we'll see how well that goes. So looking over the players that we're going to be definitely doing, the first thing we're going to look at is our replacement strong safety that we brought on to the team. We decided to go with Corey Bird. He was a free agent, and we decided to pick him up. So Corey Bird will see action today against the Falcons. Hopefully his ability to be able to cover and his speed will be just enough what we need. Thankfully, we've got the cap room to be able to make moves like this, and hopefully we won't see any more injuries. So let me back this back out. Let's go take a look at some of the hard hitters for the Falcons, the guys that we're going to be running into for certain. And the one of them, the main guy, is going to be Michael Vick. Michael Vick with that cannon arm and that lightning speed, he's going to be tough to stop today. With work done back there, he's going to be a threat for him for certain. The wide receivers, we got Peerless Price that's going to be problematic for us today. The only other one out there that could be a good threat, Brian Finneran, he's going to be co-opted with Dez White and Michael Jenkins, the rookie. So we're going to be seeing how well they can do as we check out Algie Crumpler, the tight end, one of the guys that I definitely liked. He's going to be a big issue there. Their center and guard, not the best in the world. Todd McClure starting center. And then they've got Tynan Forney and then Martin Biblia, who's going to be starting on the line there. Their tackle's a bit better. Bob Whitfield and Todd Weiner are going to be on the line there. D tackle is definitely going to be a bit of a problem for us, as Ellis Johnson and Rod Coleman are going to be the starting guys there. Defensive ends, Karen Riley and then Patrick Kearney. Kearney's definitely going to be problematic if we try and go to his side of the field. The linebackers, they've got Chris Draft as well as Matt Stewart out there, and then Keith Newman. And then their inside linebacker, it's going to have to be Terrence Robinson today, so we might be able to get some kind of run up the middle today for certain. Cornerbacks, we'll have to watch out for Aaron Beasley, as he's going to be a tough guy to get past. And then the other one's going to be Jason Webster. Their safeties are looking like Ettrick Pruitt, the rookie, who's going to be trying to see if he can make some good plays back there. And then their free safety, Corey Hall, is going to be problematic for us for certain if we make a mistake in the air. So we'll definitely be trying to throw this short. The bye week is going to go on here, so we're going to definitely skip that. So we don't get a week 4 matchup, but we are going to get a week 5 one against the Falcons here. So we'll go ahead and get into everything there. So the Lions taking on the Falcons. We're going to be in Atlanta, Georgia. This one should be a fun one. Let's see what happens. And welcome back. Getting into action here in Atlanta, Georgia. In the Georgia Dome is going to be a fun one. Atlanta's definitely going to be looking to see if they can continue their winning ways, while Detroit's going to see if they can put a stop to them. So everybody getting pumped up, ready for action here in this one. It's going to be a fun matchup for certain, as we look forward to facing the Falcons here in this game. This will be week 5 as we hit a week 4 bye. So it's going to be a long stretch from here on out. As Michael Vick out there will call tails on this one. And it is going to be heads. Falcons will take the ball, and that's what I like to hear. We'll take the north side. So Jason Hanson out there to kick it. Let me see if I can get a full bar kick today. We'll definitely be looking to try and do some good here as we get pretty decent kick there. As Hanson will kick that one. It'll land about the 12. Big return here. And he'll be taking it out to the 33-yard line. First down for the Falcons. So we'll definitely see what Michael Vick will be doing today. It'll be interesting to say the very least. Big package here, 2 wideouts. Finneran and Price are out there as Dunn moves over just a bit. Now it's going to be back to pass. He'll throw that one short. And he's gonna find some room there on the left-hand side. He's going to be shoved out. So a huge gain there, some bad coverage. And that leads to a huge first down for the Falcons. Not sure what dude was doing over there, but definitely got to look out and see what's going to be happening here. Going to change things up here. 2 tight ends to the right there as Vick will hand this off. And Dunn's going to get out 3 yards on that one as we look at the injuries. Brian Scott for the Falcons out with a thigh injury. Corey Celestinger and Brian Walker for us. And some major injuries. They're going to be out for a while. 2 tight ends again to the right. Single back. They'll hand that off. Dunn's going to get captured. But he's going to power his way forward. And looks like another injury here. That's going to be Dan Wilkinson. My favorite player on the line goes down. As he is definitely not looking good. So injuries are going to be the big problem for us this season, looks like. As Bell comes in now to try and do something here for the defense. Finneran goes in motion. Vick back to pass. He's going to throw that to the right, and that one is mishandled. Tried to hit Price over there on the right-hand side, but it did not work out, so it'll bring up 4th down. So the Falcons had to settle for a field goal. And this one will be up, and it will be good right down the middle as the Falcons will take the lead 3-0. 5 plays, 47 yards. And they score first. They are going to be playing a very big coverage here. Back to pass on this one. We'll dump that off to Jones, and Jones is going to drop the football, and that's going to be a turnover. Tried to dump that off to Jones, and that's that animation that I hate the most. Is the quarterback will throw it, and it'll go behind the receiver, which is the running back, and then he ends up fumbling the football on top of that. So we've been having some issues with that as of late. So it'll be first down and 10. Ball's going to be in the 18-yard line. I formation for the Falcons, strong left. As Vick goes back to pass, he'll throw that one in. Boss Bailey in front of that pass as he tried to pick it off, but it was swatted We'll see what we got here. Split back this time for Vick and the Falcons as they move Finneran in motion. Ryan Finneran will definitely be a good target today for them. As Vick goes back to pass, he's going to throw that, and that one picked off. Brian is out there. He's got it, and he's trying to get past everybody, but just doesn't have the speed to break free. Tackled at the 46, and Vick makes his first mistake. As you see, that good return there. That one picked off by Fernando Bryant, the other Bryant that we have back there. 35-yard return on that one. Definitely got to try and see what we can do here. Falcons are in the dime package. To be back to pass. Throw that one over the middle. Charles Rogers is consistent as he's been all season so far. He's got himself his first catch, as he's got 17 receptions on the year so far. Back to pass here. And Harrington's just going to go. He'll slide down. 9-yard gain there for Harrington. So good carry by him there as the linebacker was in coverage. As Jones will get the handoff. He's going to have to squeeze his way past the guard, but he was able to get positive yards, first down. Back to pass here on this one. Oh, tried to throw that one, but that one knocked down at the line. They came in with a blitz, and that one swatted at the line, incomplete, knocked down by Rod Coleman. See what we got this time. 2nd and 10 here. Gonna launch that one to Moss. Santana Moss has got it as he threw that over the linebacker. Harrington able to find his target. That's a first down, and that'll make it 1st and goal, I believe about the 8-yard line. And finally taken down by McBride over there. So back to pass here for Harrington. He's going to throw it left. That'll be in and out of the hands there of Santana Moss. Unable to reel that one in, so incomplete. As you see Wilkins in there on the bike trying to get himself prepared to come back in here shortly. Hopefully we will see him. Back to pass here. Harrington's going to take off, and he will stretch it into the end zone. Touchdown. Joey Harrington with 3 rushing touchdowns on the year so far. That's pretty much been the case all year, is that the linebacker goes to zone coverage and just cannot handle the quarterback rushing. So definitely got to see how we're going to be able to work defensively on this one. Already 1 interception for the Lions, but then 1 fumble recovery for the Falcons, so 1 turnover apiece. Detroit up 7-3 here, as that's going to be handed off, and he's going to be contained. Dunn goes nowhere, as Rogers got him. That's going to be another tackle for that man, as he only allowed a yard there. So Wilkinson back in the game, thankfully. So good seeing him. There's an I formation there. Vick will throw this one deep over the middle, and that one nearly picked off. Fernando Bryant was in front of that one. He's trying to show off today. As he was doing really good there in coverage. So that's going to make it 3rd and 9 now, as Vick has thrown 4 incompletions in a row right now. 5 wide, empty backfield for Vick as he's looking to target somebody, and he gets a short one. But Algie Crumpler makes the catch and does not go anywhere else. So another big package here for the Falcons. See if we can get a good run here, as that's going to be a good toss there. He's got the left hand side there, and That's going to be a good run there. Jones with a great one. Kevin Jones definitely been a good runner for us. He's not a Barry Sanders, but he definitely has got enough speed to be able to make something happen. So Harrington was 17 rushing yards. Jones has only got 12, but Jones has not run that much so far. As Jones tried to shimmy past the lineman, but he couldn't get past him. However, he did get enough for the first down, so that's going to be 1st and 10 from there. To see if we can go with either Alexander or Banta on this. So we're going to play action here. Going to throw this one towards Banta. He's got it, and then he don't. Big hit. So 2nd and 10 now. We're going to switch things up here. They're definitely following our plays here. As that's going to be a good run. Jones can't find a hole. So 3rd and 11 now. So here we go. Back to pass here for Harrington. Oh, and Harrington runs out of time. That's going to be a sack for the Falcons, and that'll make it a 4th and very long. They've not really had as much success as they'd like today. 2 tight ends right, single back, and Dunn will get the fake handoff, and Vick is going to go down. Wilkinson hits him again. Dan Wilkinson with yet another sack as he finally got around the guard there and then was able to take Vick down to the ground. 2nd and 16 now. So here we go with this one. Dan Wilkinson now 8 tackles on the year. He's already got 6 sacks at week 5. So he's been doing stellar this year. As he's going to look for another one, and that pass goes off of Price's hands. As Price can't handle the heater from Vick. Ball's on the 29-yard line. Falcons have got enough time to make something happen here. The first quarter winding down, but still got 18 seconds. As that is going to be a good throw. That one's going to be caught on the left-hand side of the field, but not everything they needed as Price gets that catch and then gets taken down immediately. So that'll be the end of the first quarter. Lions and Falcons in a bit of a defensive struggle here in this game. Lions lead at 7-3 over the Falcons so far after 1. They're playing off, so 4-3 defense here, so hopefully be able to take advantage with all the blocking. As Jones goes upfield, he'll get 2, as they did cover the secondary very well there. Gonna go back to pass on this one. Good look for Moss there over the middle, but good coverage. And try and go with something a little different here. See if we can get something to work out. All right, Harrington back to pass here. They are blitzing. Gonna fire this one to Ty Streets, who makes a rare catch here. Joey Harrington with a good pass there. He's only got 54 yards on the day, but doing good there. Ty Streets comes up with a catch there as he gets 20 yards on that one. So good deep pass there. We'll move Streets in motion here. Trying to switch some things up here. Finally got the playoff there. Gonna fire this one towards Streets, and he breaks free, and he will get in the end zone. Touchdown. So we connect on Streets twice in a row for a huge score. As Harrington rolled out to his right, found him, and Ty was able to get past the secondary for a huge score. Not the fastest guy anymore, but by golly, it worked. Falcons on the 28-yard line, and we take a look at the NFC South. Tampa Bay and New Orleans tied for the top spot. Atlanta is 1 game behind them, as they are 0-1 in the division right now. So they're going to be looking to try and see if they can remedy that in weeks to come when they face their rivals. Falcons trips right. Excuse me, my tongue is not working. Jenkins goes in motion. As that's going to be back to pass. Vick going to look. He's going to fire that right. And Price will get that. But my question is, I wonder if I should actually challenge that. Not really meaningful here. As you see, Vick's only got 4 completions on the day out of 9 passes. Brock Marion back there. He's by himself. Split back jumbo joker package. As that is going to be a run for Dunn up the gut. He'll get 2 there. He needs 2 more. 3rd and 2 now. The Falcons have not had as much success today as it's Falcon peanut time. Big package tied in. As that is going to be a run to the left-hand side. Dunn can't get past his own lineman. That's going to be a tackle for a loss for that man. As that's going to bring up 4th down. Let's see what's going to be a good option in this one here. That's going to be looking for either Rogers, Moss, maybe even Streets at this point. Back to pass here on this one. Harrington's just going to take off, and he'll get nailed by the linebacker. That's going to be 4 yards as Keith Brooking takes him down. So 2nd down for the Lions. Back to pass on that one. As Moss gets jammed up. Moss was my original target, and Roy Williams stops, and then he gets popped. As Hall with the hit there on that one. That's going to be incompletion. That's going to hurt. So 3rd down coming up now. So Harrington going to go back to pass here on this one. He's going to take off, and he's going to be stopped just short. Hall saw him. Hall made sure that didn't happen. So now the question, do we want to punt it or not? So 3 minutes left in the half. Vick is going to move Price in motion. Let's see what they got here. Single back, tight ends to the left. As they will hand that off to Dunn, and Dunn stopped from behind. So single back here as Vick's going to roll out to the left, and that one's going to go off the hands. Tried to hit Peerless Price and could not do it. It's going to make it 3rd and 10. We got to try to make something happen. They've been a little lackluster today as Price goes in motion. Vick back to pass. He's going to throw that one down. It's going to be deflected. Back to pass here on this one. Oh, going to fire that one deep. Santana Moss broke away from his guy. And here's the funny part. I threw it to the wrong guy. Santana Moss on the streak. I didn't think we'd be able to bomb these things this year, but they played short coverage. They were lined up deep, and Santana Moss with a huge catch and run for a score. So what ended up happening on that one was Santana Moss was on that go route, and he went past the zone. It was a short zone on that side, and then Hall was the only man that was back, and Hall just got outran because he was too far out of position. And there's a max kick for the first time today. And that's going to give the Lions a 21-3 lead here. One play and he goes 79 yards, and that's going to put Santana Moss over 100 yards for the day. That's what I like seeing with that guy for certain. And Sidney tries to make the tackle, and that drives them right into the other 2 Lions. So we look at the possession so far, the field goal. Then they had the interception, but it's been 4 punts in a row. They have gone 3 and out 4 times in a row. This might be a short video this week, for crying out loud. If I edit this thing down, taking out the 3 and outs today, this will be a very short half-hour video. And usually it takes me a little over an hour to record. So Vick actually going to get a good one here. Hands it off to Dunn. Dunn's going to break free, and he's going to get past midfield. First down. Huge run for Warwick Dunn. That's somebody that you got to watch out for. At any moment, he could break free like that. As he goes up the middle, good blocking in the secondary. And that is definitely going to be close to a 30-yarder, if not. And that's a 2-minute warning. 2 tight ends left. Ball at the 48-yard line of the Lions. That's going to be first down, and he's going to be taken down a couple-yard loss there. As that'll be handoff, and Jones will be able to get the first down, but it really won't matter here. Detroit leading this football game 21-3 over the Falcons. Falcons having trouble right now in this game with any kind of offensive production. Their defense has been decent at times, but horrible at others. So let's take a look at the halftime stats. Let's see how well the teams fare. As the Lions 183 passing yards, 51 rushing. Falcons under 100 yards total offense for the day, while the Lions have 234, and they do have a bit of time of possession. 1 turnover apiece as Michael Vick threw an interception, and then Kevin Jones dropped the football, so 1 turnover apiece. As Harrington 183 yards and 2 touchdowns after 1 half of play, so he's looking to have another game where he's over 300 again. As Duckett's got a lot of return yards, as well as Jenkins. Santana Moss, 101 yards and a touchdown. Ty Street, 70 yards and a touchdown. Peerless Price with about 50 yards on the day. You see Harrington, the big rusher today. He's got 26 yards rushing, and he's got a touchdown. So, big day for him for certain. Riley and Wilkinson each for both teams have a sack. So it's been there has been pressure on the quarterback today. Jay Feely, the only one that has a field goal today, is Feely able to get the one, and that's the only score for the Falcons today, as they could not do anything else. Work done with 38 yards so far on the ground. He's got more than Kevin Jones, though. Kevin has only got 25. Work done, however, other than that one big run, he has been contained a bit, but that one run was definitely scary, and sad to see that nothing came out of it. Got all the way out there and just could not finish things up. So halftime hero definitely going to be Joey Harrington in this one, as he's got the numbers 6 for 11 today, 183 yards and 2 touchdowns. And it's definitely been a good one. We'll be right back for the second half of football. So we're back in the Georgia Dome now, as the Falcons look to see if they can recover from that very horrible first half start. But the problem is they got to get the football first, as that kick is going to go back to the end zone, and it will bounce and finally go out of bounds there. I thought I had to get another one there. So these are Lions' possessions so far. Touchdown, then a punt, touchdown, then a punt, then the touchdown, and then time expired. So if anything says here, they should score. Big package, single back for the Falcons. Vick calling signals. And he's going to roll out left, and he's going to throw it right, and that one knocked down right in front of another one. Fernando Bryant has been good at covering today. Seems to be the thing that happens as Vick throws his 4th incompletion in a row. I doubt a guy, I replace a guy, and then that guy starts making some good plays the next week. As Vick goes back to pass and nearly sacked, there's Peerless Price will get a catch. Gets about 8 yards on that one. As you see Crumpler and Price's numbers over the season, 25 total catches, 248 yards, but no touchdowns. That is just an amazing stat to look at, to see that they have got no touchdowns on the season so far. 3rd and 2 now. Falcons got to see if they can do something here. They need to convert. As Vick goes back to pass, and he's going to go down. Dan Wilkinson penetrates, and that's it. That'll kill the drive. 4th and 5. Dan Wilkinson fought his way past the right guard, and he made a huge play. See if we can hand this off to the fullback, see if he can get something out of it. And Nicholas will get it. J.R. Nicholas will go upfield. He'll get about 3 there. Didn't expect a huge run out of that man, but got something there. As the man that made the tackle has been the man all day. One of them, Chris Draft, back there with Brooking. As Jones has got some room here. He's going to stiff arm a guy, and he's going to be drugged down, still in bounds. 1st down, Lions. Give this to Nicholas again, and Nicholas will get a couple yards there. Harrington going to go back to pass here on this one. Oh, and just ran out of time. Was just about ready to throw it, and that man right there made a huge tackle. Karen Riley. He has been problematic today for me. He's knocked down 2 passes, and now he's got a sack. We've got to see if we can hit somebody on this one. I'm going to run play action here on this one. Harrington's going to fire it and cannot quite get Moss there. That's going to be incomplete. And single back. Dunn behind him. And Dunn will get the handoff, and he's going nowhere. Rogers and Hall over there on that side. They can be problematic for the opposing team, as that's going to be knocked down. That hit Dan Wilkinson in the head as he came in there to cause problems for Vick. Trips. They've got 5 wide, actually. Back to pass here. Vick is going to get out of trouble from 1 and only to get taken down. That's Porcher. Porcher found him. Robert Porcher. Wilkinson couldn't get him, but Porcher, both defensive ends look like they tagged up on him and got him. So that's going to be another punt situation for the Falcons. Move a guy in motion, see if we can get some better blocking here. As Jones will get the handoff, and he's not going to find a lot of room. As wide receiver couldn't hold his block there. I think that might have been Moss that had to release there, and I am sorry I skipped that. Good grief. Well, here we go. Harrington's going to be looking to complete something here. Back to pass. Going to throw that quickly to Moss. Try to make sure the linebacker doesn't get in the way of that one. That's going to be 3rd and 1 now. Moss with 108 yards out of 3 catches. As Peerless Price today, he's got 4 catches, 61 yards, but no score. So that's going to be a good handoff. Jones jukes back towards the hole in the middle of the line to the right, and he found it. 1st down. Kevin Jones with a good read on that run there. We'll try again with Jones. 12 rushes, 51 yards. Averaging 4.2 today, so it's not too bad at all. As Jones will get a handoff there, and he's going to find a lane. He'll get 8 yards on that one. That'll bring the average up a bit. They look like they're playing zone again, so this may work out. And they are. And I'm going to toss this out. Bryson's going to have some room here. He's going to be able to get past midfield. And that'll be another 1st down. So Bryson gets his first carry today. That's a good little toss there. Had some good blocking downfield. And that was able to get them into Falcon territory. 9 yards by Sean Bryson. If they go zone again, they're probably going to make a mistake here. We should be able to get some good yards. And they will be playing it. And this will be tossed out left. Guys got a little room and not much. There's a flag down. Probably going to be holding here. As it will be. As that is going to be on the offense. That'll make it 1st and 20 now. So the left guard got caught holding. And that is going to be the end of the third quarter. Lions still have a good lead so far. After 3 quarters of play, Lions lead at 21-3. So Harrington's going to go back to pass here. Going to fire that one towards Rogers, and that one's juggled and then picked off. Was that Keith Brooking again? Yes, it was. Charles Rogers unable to hang on to that pass as Harrington rocketed in there. He could not handle the missile, and Brooking was there to make a great catch. So that's going to be the second turnover of the day. Harrington's averaging an interception a game, which is not what I'm looking for. As Vick will move a man in motion. Finneran goes to the right. That's going to be back to pass. He'll throw that one deep, and ooh, Bird in front of that one. As they go trips left, single back. Vick back to pass here. He's going to be in trouble. Dan Wilkinson finds him again. Michael Vick has got a target on his back, and Dan Wilkinson is playing the role of Archer. So it seems like Kieran Riley and Dan Wilkinson are having a sack contest. Dan Wilkinson's winning it with 3. All 3 of his tackles have been sacks on Michael Vick as Vick goes back to pass, rolls out right, and he finds nobody within 5 yards of the football where it lands. Incomplete. It looked like he could have been looking for Crumpler there, but whoever he was targeting was nowhere near the football. As Harrington will go back to pass. Going to throw that over the middle. Charles Rogers has got a catch. That's a big gain there for him, as he's been a good target all season. And that is going to be 308 yards allowed in this game for the Falcon defense. It's definitely been something they needed to work on. As Streets has got 2 catches for 70. Moss has got 3 for 108. Both of them have a score. All right, going to go back to pass here. Going to lob this one to Moss, and Santana Moss with another big catch. Beautiful catch there by Santana Moss. Harrington put that exactly where he needed to. That's a huge gain. As we take a look at that highlight again, Joey Harrington had all day in the pocket. He fired that one, and nobody could get it other than Moss. Now going to be first down and 10 from the Atlanta 33-yard line after that huge throw. Definitely a big catch for Santana, as he's got 4 catches on the day, 137 yards, and that touchdown he had earlier. Atlanta in the bear package here. They're hoping to stop the run, and that was my fault there. Held the stick in the wrong direction. That is lined up really deep here. Gonna go back to pass on this one. I'll throw that out to the right, and oh, that one out of reach. Tried to hit Alexander and missed him for certain. Right, here we go. 3rd and 12 here on this one. And Rogers will get that one over the middle. He's been the consistency today. 11-yard gain on that one, as you see Moss and Street's numbers. They've got 6 catches combined, 2 scores total, and 207 yards on the day. And Harrington calling signals here. He's going to go back to pass. Throw that over the middle, and Santana Moss juggles it, but he reeled it in that time. And that's another first down. As you see, Harrington on the season and almost 60% completion. He goes over 1,000 yards already, 11 touchdowns, and he's got 5 interceptions. So thankfully he's on the plus side there. There's going to be a good handoff there as Jones will get a couple yards out of that, and 2nd and goal now. Ball's going to be in the 5. 3 minutes left in the game. So definitely want to kill that clock for certain. Going to move JR in a motion here. He's going to toss this out to the right, and Jones is going to have all day. He's got the corner. Kevin Jones with a rushing touchdown as the Lions will cement this football game. So Kevin Jones found the edge and found the end zone. That'll be his first for the day. Makes up for the fumble. Work done back here in the backfield. 28-3 the score, as Vick has just not been able to do much here as he dumps that off to Work Dunn. And Dunn will go out of bounds after 5 yards. It's been a very, very prolific day today for the Lions. They've had their offense working. Their defense has done good enough to be able to stop this offense here. As that'll be back to pass, and Dan Wilkinson back there again. As that got out of Vick's hands just in time and was knocked down. Vick will go back to pass one more time, and that one deflected at the line. So that's Vick has just been trying to get it out in a hurry, and he's had no shot at it today at all. As that 2:23 left in the game, and they're going for it on 4th down, empty backfield. One receiver just off the line there. As that's going to be a throw short to the right, and then misses everybody. That'll be a turnover on downs, and now the Lions just have to kill the clock. But other than one big run, an interception, and maybe a few clutch passes here and there, they haven't done anything all game, and it showed. Falcons will walk away, and they'll have to watch Detroit have a victory here. I believe the Falcons will drop to 2 losses now at least. They should be sitting at about 3-2 unless they had a bye week. But we'll check the post-game report here. Nearly 400 yards offense for the Lions, 266 passing yards, 127 rushing. Falcons barely had 100 with 109 total yards offense, only 71 passing. As you see some of the stats below, Wilkinson with 3 sacks today. Riley had a couple of sacks himself, but Wilkinson definitely showed up. He was in front of everything, and he was all up in Michael Vick's face. Feely with the 1 field goal. That's the only score the Falcons had today, as it was just all one-sided. Moss will end the day, 152 yards, a touchdown. Ty Streets got a good catch late, as he was able to score as well. Joey Harrington again going to be player of the game. He is going to walk away with that award for today. 11 for 21. 266 yards, 2 touchdowns. So he definitely could have averaged a bit better, but the completions he did make were some good ones as we check the final stats for everything. As Falcons only ended with 38 yards. They allowed almost 400 yards of offense. It definitely was a horrible day for them as we take out their 3rd down conversions. They had 10 third downs and did not complete a single one. They had 1 4th down attempt. So if they could not get it done on 1st and 2nd down, they couldn't do anything. The number of first downs, let's see if I can find that here. Trying to see how many first downs they had. And it won't show me here, but oh well. But they just really had a horrible game today. Harrington's going to end the day 109.7 rating, 52% completion on the day. Vick's going to end with a 21.3 rating, 6 for 21 for just under 30% completion. So definitely it's not the best day for him as he did not score and threw an interception. He was sacked 4 times today. Harrington sacked twice, both by Riley. And Kevin Jones, most carries on the day, 21 carries. He had 90 yards and a touchdown. Work done, 10 for 38. Then Joey Harrington, 6 carries, counting the 2 that he knelt, 23 total yards. Nicholas with a couple of carries for 5 yards, and Bryson had a carry for 9 yards. So it was a good day all around for the rushers. They all had positive yards. Santana Moss, big target today, 5 for 152 yards, and he had a touchdown as well. Peerless Price, 4 for 61. Charles Rogers, a bit of a utility guy today, 3 for 44. Ty Streets, 2 for 70 yards, as Kevin Jones had 1 catch for nothing, and that's where he fumbled it. Warwick Dunn had a catch for 5. Crumpler had a catch for 5 yards as well. As for the defensive side of things, Keith Brooking was all over the place, 7 tackles, 2 assisted. Pruitt with 6. Coleman had 4. Hall had 4 with a couple of assists. Dan Wilkinson, all 3 of his tackles today were sacks on Michael Vick, while Bailey had 3. Hall had 3. McBride had 3. Riley with 3 and 2 sacks. Williams with 3, as well as Goodman, Rogers, Lehman, Lane, Draft, and Newman, each with 2 tackles on the day. And then Bryant, Trebley, Sidney, Porcher, Edwards, Marion, as well as Holt, Holmes, Lewis, Curry, Streets, Johnson, and a few others, all with a single tackle today. We'll check out the total sacks today. Again, Dan Wilkinson with 3, Corin Riley with 2, and then Porter and Hall split a sack between them, as they had 1 on Vick as well. Interceptions of the day, only 2. Keith Brooking had 1 interception, and then Fernando Bryant had an interception as well, as he was all over the place. He had 3 deflections today, as well as Wilkinson. Wilkinson with 3. Apparently he got beamed a few times. The only kicking today in this game, other than extra points, Jay Feely was able to get the 1 for 38 yards. That was the only offense that the Falcons had all games. I appreciate you guys watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you do like the content, subscribe, leave a comment below, tell me how you feel about it, and we will definitely return for the next ball game next week, or maybe later in the week, depending on how I'm feeling. We will definitely come back for certain. Appreciate you guys watching. Hope you have a great rest of your day. May God bless you.